Hey everyone, it's Thursdays at 3 here on Amarillo Little Theater social media channels. My name is Jason Crespin, host of Thursdays at 3. It's April 1st, April Fool's Day. Hopefully everyone is not getting fooled today. All that good stuff. Again, obviously tons of stuff going on at ALT. We can't wait to talk to everyone about what's going on at ALT. And then we have another opening night tonight. It's always good when we have an opening night at the Little Theater. We can't wait to talk more about that with some great cast members. Somebody's already saying it's opening night round 2. That's right. Ding, 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 round 2. So real quick, talking to other things that are going on at the Little Theater. We want to remind you guys that coming up is a great play at the Adventure Space called Good People. This show was originally supposed to be done in November, but they got pushed now to our April slot at the Adventure Space. Great play. I mean, the playwright David Lindsay Aubert is an amazing playwright. Has written some beautiful plays before. We read this a long time ago and we absolutely loved this play. Can't wait to talk to cast members about it. We want to remind you, April 8th through the 18th, that show runs April 8th through the 18th. So that's next week, next Thursday, a week from today. So if you do not have your tickets yet, definitely get them. They're on sale right now. There are already some shows that have sold out. It's going to sell out quickly. Some great ALT veterans, some newcomers as well. So definitely get your tickets for that. We, of course, also have Matilda. Matilda started up more rehearsals. There I am. Started some great rehearsals over the past weekend. Again, the show was supposed to be last May, then got moved to September, then got moved to December, then got canceled, then got brought back to life, and now it's going to be this May. So get your Matilda tickets soon. They start blocking on Monday. So they're already working at some great choreography and music rehearsals, but they will definitely get started on that. We have some great Academy kids and parents and alumni and ALT warriors in that show. So it's going to be a fantastic show for sure. Also, we want to let you guys know about, of course, we have Wizard of Oz. Our Yellow Brick Road cast had their opening weekend this past weekend. Luckily, we did not have to say goodbye to them or any of our cast members or anything like that because we extended the run. But I was honored. I was so shocked and amazed on the Yellow Brick Road opening night that I was in my middle of my pre-show speech when Mr. Alan Shankles came out, and then along with Miss Michaela Guerin and Miss Velvet Knight. And they announced that there is now going to be a Jason Crespin ALT Academy Scholarship. So excited about that. So honored. Basically, the scholarship is going to be awarded to an ALT Academy senior every year. And so if you would like to donate to that, definitely call our ALT box office. Of course, you can always donate through our handy dandy Venmo, Venmo at Amarillo Little-Theater. If you guys don't know, we have 15 graduating seniors from our academy this year. 15. It's a lot. And so we want to have as many scholarships as we can for those deserving seniors. And so this was just such a great honor when they announced that there will be now an Jason Crespin Academy Scholarship. It was awesome. It was so cool to get that surprise on that opening night. And so thank you to Michaela and Velvet and the ALT staff and board who put that all together. It was really exciting. There's one of our Dorothy says, so deserved. Zoe, I'm not in charge of who gets any of the scholarships, so in case you're like, hey, I'm just gonna write so deserved. No, but I appreciate it, Zoe. Thank you very much. Also want to let you know, before we talk to the cast of the amazing Emerald City cast of The Wizard of Oz, we want to let you know, if you are lucky enough to have a ticket to come see the show, you are obviously in luck. But if not, I wanted to show off our amazing lobby. So many of our parent volunteers and our amazing staff have worked hard to get our lobby in place. I had a big design planned for one of the corners, did not come in time. Made me mad. This prom company promised me it would be in time, but oh well. But we have a great lobby display. Of course, Bomb Outdoor Advertising has printed another lobby display background for us. We can get your photos taken in front of Emerald City with characters there from the movie. We have a great table there. We have a huge raffle going on, but Kathy Tingle, she made us a beautiful basically balloon arch there with our rainbow arch. It's absolutely fantastic. At this table in the lobby, you can buy a couple raffle tickets for some great items. Merrick Pet Care, basically dog box like treats. There are 2 gift boxes there. Gooden's Jewelry, a Gooden's gift card. We even have a Southwest Visa gift card. So all the good things. And then amazing Laura Worsham. She has done, her and her team, they work on all of our opening night tables, basically for our main stage. We asked if they would do that for the Academy, and her, along with her amazing team, did these fantastic tables. This is Tin Man's table. There's 6 tables, 1 for each character. So there's Tin Man's table, Glinda's table. Let's see, the Wicked Witch and Elmira Gulch. Fantastic. We have the Cowardly Lion there, Scarecrow's table, and of course, Dorothy. So kudos. We want to send a huge thanks to Laura Worsham, Kim Schreffler, Dustin Ward, and Brooke Baker. That is her kind of opening night tables team. They've done an absolutely fantastic job. So awesome. Okay, like I said, we have opening night tonight. So excited for our opening night, for our amazing cast of the Emerald City cast. Let's bring them on. We'll bring them on. As I bring you guys on, let's remind us who you are, who you're playing, and what grade you are in school. Let's start with, hey, Miss Hannah Felker.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hannah Felker, who do you play in the show?
I played Dorothy Gale.
Couldn't tell by your hair. Couldn't tell by your hair. Yeah. Sporting,
and I'm a senior.
Hair. A senior.
Yes.
She may not look a senior, guys, but she is definitely a senior. That's awesome. And are you excited about tonight?
I'm so excited. I'm
Look
really
at your eyelashes. They are popping.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, let's bring on our next person. Let's bring on
Hello.
Lauren Gertie. How are you today?
I am great.
Great. I love it. Remind us who do you play?
Despite the hair that I have going on currently, I play Glinda.
Glinda, that's right.
And I am also a senior.
Also a senior, Good Witch of the North. Are you a good witch, Lauren?
I think I am.
Ooh, everyone backstage is like, no. Just kidding. They didn't say anything. They're all were looking at their own selves, fixing their hair. Let's bring in. Oh, who's next? Boom.
Hello.
Casey Groomer. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. And you're the opposite of Lauren. Who do you play?
I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
Wicked Witch of the West. Any typecasting there? No typecasting. Oh no. And you're a senior as well.
Yep.
So many seniors. So many seniors. Next up we have Ethan Worsham.
Hello.
How are you, Mr. Ethan?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
I play Scarecrow and I'm a senior.
Senior as well. Nice. This just in, so sorry. Lauren Gertie, your mom says sometimes. Sometimes you're a little bit. Sometimes a little wicked. Sometimes good, sometimes evil, I think. I love that. Cracks me up. Next, Mr. Trey Booker.
Hello.
How are you, Mr. Trey?
I'm doing good.
Trey, I feel like you're back. Like, are you in Santa Fe? We have a show to do. Like,
no. This is my grandparents' house, and
Santa Fe Resort.
They love the New Mexico.
I love it.
They brought it back to Amarillo.
Yeah, you got to get back. We got a show tonight.
But yes, I am playing the Tin Man, and I am also a senior.
It's just a theme right now. Last but certainly not least, Bradley Hurt.
Hi there. I'm Bradley Hurt. I play the Cowardly Lion, and I'm also a senior. So,
senior as well. Doing good.
Yep. As always.
Nice. You're getting some hearts already, but from one of your fellow cast members, Cameron Wolf, sending some applause. I love it. So let's talk about the show, you guys. Obviously, you guys had interesting rehearsal period. We of course talked a little bit last week about how, you guys came in initially with the other cast for blocking, and then literally did not share the same rehearsal period with them at all. Brought you guys in separately. You guys had an interesting thing that no other cast has had, where you got to watch the show you were going to be in before you were in it. Of course, you got to see the last dress rehearsal of the Yellow Brick Road cast. How was that watching the show and being gone from the show for about a week and coming in and seeing all of the lights and all of the set pieces and all the costumes? How was that in the audience going, oh my gosh, we're going to be up there in a week?
It was actually really great. Being able to see what will eventually look like, it just made me more excited to do the show. Of course, the week break was a little painful, but it was nice to see the show and see our fellow castmates.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sure the wait was like, we want to get up there. Hannah, I think you're frozen. I'm going to pull you out just in case. You were just very still.
I'm not sure what's.
I'm going to pull you out and then pull you back in and see if that helps.
Okay.
We're taking donations for Hannah Felker's Wi-Fi. If you would like to donate to Hannah, donate today by calling. I think that's better. Hannah, let's talk to you real quick before we lose you with any internet. How was it like for you watching the show, knowing that you were like, oh, I'm going to be there up there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. When I went to go see the show, I was really excited. I really liked. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Your mouth is open. It's like a weird puppet. Just keep talking.
Okay. So when I got to go see the show, I was really excited. Really looking forward to it. I think. I'm sorry. All of the characters I think was really cool because the way me and Zoe to portray Dorothy I think was really cool because we both play the same character. So we both take it different ways, and I liked being able to see her interpretation of it versus mine. And same with all of the other characters because being on this like stage with them and then seeing the other characters doing what they were doing, it was just really cool. I really liked it.
Yeah, no, for sure. You guys definitely all played your characters differently than each cast. We definitely didn't push you guys to do the same kind of thing. We just kind of guided you with walking and interpretation of scenes and let you guys kind of follow your own path of finding those characters. But I even thought Yellow Brick Road cast last night, who watched your dress rehearsal, they were like, wow, we're so different. Like they couldn't believe how different the show was, which I think is really, really interesting. It sounds like someone's typing. Is somebody typing? I just hear this like constant typing. Okay,
I hear it too.
Yeah, you guys hear it too?
Yeah.
We're gonna play a game called, is it Macy? Nope, it's not Macy. Is it Hannah? Nope,
Yeah,
not
I also hear it.
Is it Lauren? Nope, not Lauren. Let's see if it's Trey. Oh, we went.
It's great.
It's wrong button. Sorry. No,
It's not Trey.
Is it Bradley? No, it's not Bradley. Is it Ethan? Nope.
No, it's not Ethan. Is it Jason?
I don't know. There's some
That's
secret
weird.
background.
Who else is in the broadcast?
Yeah, somebody's knows. I love it. Kristen Lloyd says, I can't wait to see all these talented faces up on that stage on Saturday. I love it. I love it. Heather Handley. I love The Wizard of Oz. I love these seniors, and so does Aiden. Miss Jenny Frazier. I love it. Callie Kilburn says, how are they all seniors? I keep asking myself that all the time, Callie. Like, I don't feel like any of these are seniors. They should still be getting rides to the theater from their parents. Or older sister named Gracie Hurt. So I want to find out for like Macy, for you, how was it watching the show and seeing, kind of the special effects and the lighting and different things like that? You have a lot to do with special effects aspects. And so how was that for you?
Oh yeah, it was definitely interesting to see. There's like a lot of lighting for the witch, like green lights and stuff that we hadn't worked with yet. So it was interesting. It was fun to see Charlotte do that. Amazing, of course, but it was cool. I got a pre-game, an idea of what it was gonna look like. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and for you guys also. Oh, there's a little bit of echo. They're typing. You guys are hearing that, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We have. I'm gonna take you guys out one more. Hold on. I'm gonna see if it's me. Okay, it's not Ethan.
I'm clear.
Yeah, I may have to bring you guys in one at a time.
I think it's Lauren. I think it might be Lauren.
I'm touching my keyboard.
I think it's Hannah.
I think it's it.
It's Hannah.
It's Hannah. It might be Hannah.
no.
Oh, Dorothy.
Poor Dorothy.
Dorothy, no.
Hannah, I'm gonna come back to you. Go ahead and sign out, and then sign back in. Let's see if that fixes it. I'm gonna kick you out of the studio. Boom. Okay, good job.
Bye, Dorothy.
Dorothy's gone.
Yeah. Earlier,
She's not in Kansas.
Been like she was still in the Twister. It was sad. What about you, Lauren? What you got to see your bubble for the first time, fully done, and
Yeah. It was like the best way I can describe it is kind of like a fever dream. It was like weird after all of these months to be like rehearsing this and then to see it in its final form, but not the way you rehearsed it.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. And it was just so weird how we all basically got the same blocking as the other cast, but it's just so different.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. Ethan, Bradley, and Trey, for you guys, how is it seeing a different interpretation of these three iconic characters? Not only how they played their moments in their songs, but how they also have a relationship with Dorothy.
It's a really big learning curve. Like it helped me just take another perspective of the character and who the Lion really is. So seeing Grayson perform that was amazing. Like his singing was great, his dancing, his blocking, and it really solidified my role. And I feel like him watching us solidified his role as well.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no, I can totally agree with that. It was great seeing Nicholas. It was great seeing Trevor and Grayson and their relationship. And it just kind of reminded me like they're the best buds. Like we got to play that up more. And so I think it helped us remember the true character development and stuff like that. And so we really have played with that more this week now since we've seen their show. And it was very helpful.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. What about you, Trey?
Absolutely. Ditto what they said. And I just really appreciated the uniqueness of their characters, just kind of like what we've been saying before. The two shows are just so different from each other. And it's crazy because we're all playing the same characters. We're doing the same show, but it's just impressive to see that we've all been able to come up with our own ideas for these characters, and we're all bringing something different to the table. So it was just cool to see a different side of it.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Ethan, Bradley, Trey, and Macy, you guys have extensive makeup. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I don't have it as bad as they do. I don't have to wear any prosthetics.
You're basically Lauren. You get some eye stuff, you're good.
Yeah. I have to make my entire face yellow, but that's the main part.
Yeah.
And then some big eyebrows.
Macy, like you're all green.
Oh yeah, all green.
Prosthetic nose and chin. We need to tell people that's not the witch's real chin and nose.
Yeah, I know. The Munchkins think it's real. They're
I
terrified.
thought it was.
Yeah. Have you been able to get all the green off?
See, that's the challenge. Putting it on is easy. Taking it off, hours.
I'm sure. There's some ears and stuff like that, I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the ears is bad. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So let's think about it. So Macy, you're the first one that starts your specialty makeup, right?
Yes, I think so.
And then you're the first one in as far as specialty makeup goes.
Yeah.
They kind of
It's quick.
wrote that well. And then Ethan, you have the easiest makeup, but you're the first one back in. As
Yeah,
far
the guys.
as three of you guys.
Yeah. I have a 12 minutes, but it's always plenty of time. I always have about 4 minutes to prep and get ready.
Yeah, you basically have the Twister and Munchkin Lane, and then you gotta be all ready to go. Trey, you have obviously extensive makeup with your
Yeah.
and then the nose.
Yep. Completely silver and prosthetic nose, and have to get into the costume before we can actually even do the makeup. So I'm not doing the makeup. I have some lovely costumers helping me out, and Cameron Perrick. Bless them. They really there.
That's Cameron Perrick.
Bless Cameron Perrick.
And then Bradley Hurt, you have extensive prosthetics and makeup as well, and probably the hottest costume.
Yeah, so the lion, he's got fur, and the costume that I'm in, it has a lot of it. It's basically this giant onesie with huge, gigantic shoes with the mane. The mane is made out of 4 or I think 5 different wigs, all like stapled and sewn together, and it's just got the 2 ears and But the makeup and the prosthetic process is probably the worst out of all that. I basically have to make my whole face a shade of yellow brown, and then I have to highlight my eyebrows and get the prosthetic on, which is glue and more glue and more glue. But it's a fun process. I love doing it. I have all the helping moms back there helping me. We drama it up, have some good.
Well,
There's some gossip.
You had to learn really. I felt like you guys suggested really quickly was to make sure to speak and sing where the prosthetics wouldn't affect that, and also where you wouldn't knock them off. You know what I mean? Where you wouldn't do something where those notes would fall off. Okay, or Hannah's in the background. Let's see if it. Oh, maybe better. Might be better, Hannah. We don't hear the typing anymore, Hannah, so that's good.
Uh-oh.
Good.
I think so.
We'll take it. Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay.
Just stay really still.
Really, really still.
Okay, no, it's really good right now.
It's
Okay,
black
knock on wood.
screen.
It
No,
was.
no black screen. We can see you. You're good. You're good. Okay.
You look great, Hannah.
We'll ask you a question 30 seconds before you need to answer, so that way you can.
Yeah.
Just a touch of delay. No worries at all. Cameron Perrick says, "I'm so excited." Anne Crumb, can't wait to see it. Tim Felker, awesome. Loving this from Mr. Gail there. And then Mary says, "I watched you last night. You guys were amazing." I love that. Wizard next weekend. Sabrina, the Yellow Brick Road Barrister. I love it. I love that our other family cast members and some chaperones got to watch y'all's dress rehearsal last night. And so it was so fun for them to see, like, oh, that's a whole different interpretation of that character, or different things like that. We should mention, of course, I have to mention the one cast member that is not had a break, has stayed there every single night and doing all shows is, of course, the little Mr. Bentley Bear. Bentley, let me pull up a photo. We have this great photo of you and
That's such a good photo.
Yes.
a good picture. We also have this photo, which he did last night. Me and Hannah talked about he will probably never do again. But when the lights came up in Munchkin Land, he was licking Hannah's face.
Oh,
Horrible.
We got that picture because we put some peanut butter on her cheek. A little cheating here and there, but yeah, Hannah, you've done great. All of you have done great working with Bentley. He of course has settled into the show more, but he protects his Dorothy. He's like, listen, anyone that's yelling or scaring people on stage, he will bark at, and he will definitely
will bark at us.
Yeah.
But we give him some treats.
Yeah, I feel like he's not you guys now. I feel for a little, like that first rehearsal with you guys back on Monday, he was like, "You what? Like you're not the same people." Like he was a little unsure of you guys, but he's definitely working really well. Oh, Travis says, if anyone has one ticket for Friday or Saturday night, let me know. Deanna, I'm so excited to see the show. I'm so proud of these kids and their hard work. Agreed. I cannot wait for you to see all of their hard work pay off, Miss Deanna. Oh, Mary says Bentley is a star. Well, thanks, Miss Mary. I think he is too. He's at the groomers right now getting a bath. He's gonna so good. Gotta get him all ready for a second weekend. Hannah, talk to me real quick about how has that been. You're in almost every scene. You're having to deal with, of course, singing and dancing and acting, while making sure Bentley is taken care of and giving him treats, while making sure your special effects and magic's all happening. How has that been? This has been a huge load on your shoulders. How have you been able to kind of handle it all?
I think with the support from everyone and everyone helping, like all of the costumers and the production team and just my fellow castmates, just the constant encouragement is really what's helped me the most. I mean, obviously being in the show and getting all the stage directions, it makes the magic happen, but just the support, the constant support from everyone at the theater, really, I think is what pulls the show together.
Oh yeah, you guys have definitely been so supportive, and from all down from the little Munchkins all the way to you guys. I feel like the casts have been so positive and encouraging, especially to each other, which has been absolutely fantastic. Lauren, you were so sweet. I found out that you passed around the card for the other cast member's birthday and different things like that, and I just love that you guys. Everyone was so encouraging when you guys were watching each other's dress rehearsal, which was so fun. Lauren, talk to me a little bit about how is it working with actors who are much shorter than you, including Dorothy.
Yeah, It's really kind of wild because also this is like my first lead, so I've usually just been with my peers in the ensemble, so it's weird to go from like people like my own height to being towering over little children. But it's fun. They're so cute. The first night that we took our masks off, I just like couldn't help but smile because that's the first time I've seen like all of their faces.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. But it's fun. They're really funny. They always have something to say.
Always I'm gonna say.
I have
an opinion on how to make things better.
I've gotten a few beautiful Glinda pictures. All of them are very different interpretations of my costume and my look, but I love all of them nonetheless. But yeah, it's really fun.
I love it. And Macy, with both of you guys, as the Good Witch and the Bad Witch, I mean, have you guys had? I mean, like you said, some Munchkins are really honestly afraid of you, Macy. Like they don't want anything to do with you and different things like that. Like, how have you guys had? Have you guys had fun playing off of that good and evil kind of relationship?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. We have a whole joke going on. Every time we see each other, we're like, "Hey, witch." And that's a good thing.
Yeah, we say it at like I'll say it at school, and then I'm sure people will be like, "What is happening? Are you calling her a witch?" But I'm not being mean. We're just calling we're just saying, "Hey, witch" to each other.
I love that. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's talk Ethan, let's talk to you first, since you're the first person that Dorothy, as she goes on the Yellow Brick Road, she meets you first. What characteristics do you think the Scarecrow has that you can either relate to or that you are like, I have this in me that I want to pull out and really express with my version of the Scarecrow?
I really like how whimsical he is. I really like playing off of the whimsicality. Just that kind of storybook acting. That's one of my favorites to do because it just I think it comes naturally. I like having like my rubber face of just like moving it around, doing different things. So I really like pulling that out of him. That's what I have most fun with. And playing off of Hannah is always great. She's always coming up with new ideas, always so easy to relate to and react to. It's just been a real blast, and I really love playing the Scarecrow.
Well, and I feel like you play into the physicality of that role really well. You know what I mean?
I love the physicality of Scarecrow.
Your Scarecrow is very fluid and very. You can tell that you've had danced before and different things like that. So that I feel like that's a key point to your Scarecrows is the physicality. Like when I give you a note or something, I know I can give it with direction of your body and your movement because that's how you kind of grounded your character is for sure. I love that.
It really is.
Hannah, for you, what's it like when you meet the Scarecrow?
Creepy.
Hannah, can you hear me?
We were waiting.
We have some movement.
Okay.
I keep coming in and out.
Okay, Hannah, I'm gonna type. I'm gonna ask Trey a question, but I'll type the question in the private chat.
Perfect.
Trey, what about you? What characteristics of the Tin Man do you think I can pull that out? That's definitely in me as well.
Well, I mean, everybody knows Tin Man as just the big-hearted, compassionate, love-struck fool. He finds the romance in everything and is just like a nice, very emotional guy. So it not too hard to play at all. Just got to go be a nice guy and try to pull on the heartstrings. Playing with a lack of mobility has been really a bigger challenge than I expected because never, normally you have full control of your body, but even like really like the costume itself, I don't even have to pretend that have not as much mobility because I really don't. But yes.
Well, and I feel like you play up the emotion of it very well. I mean, you definitely have your moments where you're just like delighted about things, or get emotional. You cry.
Yeah, cry a lot.
Yeah.
Super sad, super happy, super angry. It's an extreme of all emotions. So it's been fun to really play with that with Tin Man.
You know what? I have not asked you. I don't think I've even asked Trevor this. What is the name of your Munchkin Maiden?
The name of my Munchkin maiden?
You're in love with this Munchkin maiden, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
All the little Munchkins girls are gonna be like, me, it's me.
I wonder how long Tin Man has been frozen there. Like, where's his maiden?
Frozen was last year. Rusted.
Rusted. How long has he been rusted and locked solid, not frozen in the same spot?
Yeah. I wonder how long he's been there.
Yeah.
That's your choice. That's your character development, Trey.
Yeah.
You tell us.
Hannah put Duffy. Did you say Duffy for the maiden name?
We'll take that as a yes. So Duffy,
I'm guessing, Hannah, you wrote Duffy because that's the name of the Munchkin maiden that you want that to be, maybe.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I like Duffy.
Hannah, did you see the question in the private chat?
Do you want me to type out the answers?
No,
to
just
that?
say your answer. Say your answer.
Yes. Oh, okay. When Dorothy meets Scarecrow, I think her initial thought is, well, I think she just wants a friend. She just got let off in this random land, and she's just looking for someone that she can talk to. And of course, at first, I think it really scares her because it's so different than what she's used to. But starting off strong with just such a good, loving friendship, I think, is really what, like, keeps Dorothy going on, like, the Yellow Brick Road and just her relationships with each next character.
Well, it's so true. We've talked about in rehearsals how nobody's listening to Dorothy. Dorothy has a problem. Toto messed up, and she just wants help, and no one's really paying attention to her problems, and she gets so frustrated that's why she ends up running away and then coming back, and then of course the twister. And so really, I mean, the Scarecrow is the first person that really listens and says, I'll help you, let me go with you, and that friendship then just grows from there. And I think that's such a special friendship between Dorothy and Scarecrow, for sure. Bradley, let's talk about the Cowardly Lion. I would never use the word cowardly when I describe Bradley Hurt. So how has that been to delve into aspects of the Cowardly Lion, the characteristics that he has?
Well, obviously he's a cowardly lion, and it's, for me, he's just the big, just comedic role of the show. And ever since I was a kid, I don't think I've had a problem playing the big comedic role, like you know, like the overjoyish, like has the funny, quirky moments. But playing him and going off of Ethan and Trey and Hannah was something magical, because me and Ethan and Trey have not had a show, all three of us together, where we were the leads and we acted on stage throughout the entire show. So this was a huge learning curve for me, because it made me bring in more of my real life into the show, just trying to make my two buddies laugh. You know, it was something that fell off of me very naturally. Now, the not natural part is the 20-pound lion suit that I have to wear, but you know, that's easy to get used to. It just takes a couple hours every day. I wear a huge ice pack that has like 6 different ice things in it, so that really helps a lot.
Yeah, huge thank you to Dennis Humphrey and the Sod Poodles who let us borrow. That's Lucas's basically cooling vest.
Yes, very helpful.
Huge thank you to them, for sure.
Thank you, Rob.
I think it's so interesting too, because the relationship that the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion have, it's almost like they're instant friends, even though they weren't friends. You know, they follow each other, or they travel down the Yellow Brick Road and meet up each person. And so it's so interesting that it's almost like you're instant friends and instantly protect Dorothy and different things like that. Hannah went away, but she just, let's see if that's better.
I'm just so sorry.
Your video's not lagged now, so maybe that's better.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the show. So you guys definitely have had some breaks with rehearsals and stuff like that. Was that something that you guys were like, this is great. I can rehearse 2 days a week and can go on college visits on these 2 days off, or can get caught up on school or work. How was that? How was the rehearsal process for you as actors? Lauren, let's start with you.
It was really helpful for me because I've never had to memorize this many lines before. So it was helpful for me, but also it was nice just because, 2 days a week I went to bed at a decent time and I had time to, still do school stuff and things like that. But yeah.
What about you, Macy?
I did enjoy having breaks. I did notice that I would slip up a little bit after a not too long of a break, but like 2 days or something. I'd forget my lines, and I was like, all right, you need to work on that. But It was nice to go to bed at a decent hour. You're right, Lauren.
Hannah, what about you? I mean, gosh, you have a whole show to memorize, and then you had these huge breaks.
It was nice getting to have a little break. It was definitely different.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to being there every night. But I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was different, but it was nice.
Sure. Ethan, what about you?
It had its pros and cons. I loved being able to do homework, and like, this is the night I don't have rehearsal, so this is the night I'm gonna do my week of homework and stuff like that. So it made sure that I was able to keep up school a lot better than I usually am during a show.
Yeah.
But then also coming back would be hard, just to get back in the groove, especially after the week of their Hell Weekend performances. That Monday back, last Monday, or this Monday, I guess, that was a hard night to really get focused, get back into the characters. But I honestly, I liked it. I really did.
Yeah. Trey?
Kind of what Ethan said. It had its pros and cons. I did enjoy being able to, finish up homework or maybe any college stuff I had going on and going to bed early. But definitely there was some stress of just working through the show on my own, going over blocking and lines and everything, because we're all so used to, one cast and one set rehearsal schedule. We're meeting every single night and we're getting to work with each other and run lines every single night. And that repetitiveness of it is really, I think, what has helped us in the past feel really confident and solid with our roles. And it felt like that was lacking a bit because we had these breaks, So definitely coming back from those breaks, there was a huge learning curve for all of us, but we've made it work, and it's going to be great.
Bradley?
Time off definitely gave me more of a chance to work and earn some college money, because that's always fun. But as having breaks always does, you begin to lose focus of the show. So I feel like that kind of pushed me as an actor to sort of like work, put more dedication, focus more during actual rehearsals, so that way I can get a good solid image in my head. But yeah, it was definitely not something I've been used to, because every single show I've been in for the past 10 years or so, it's just day after day, and then usually a month or two in we perform. This was dragged out and very different, so it was really fun to do.
Yeah. We knew that you guys all were like, this is great. Even the other cast, they come in like all rested, and they're just like all happy. And, like, all of us on the production team and crew, we were just like,
yeah,
our eyes were open. We're like pulling and painting. And for the production team and our amazing crew, kudos to our amazing crew. Noah Lang, who's been running all of those aspects, Brandon Kampumi, the Fields kids, Colin Fields, Benjamin Fields, James Fields,
the Fields,
all the Fields. They have not had a break. They have been working every single rehearsal and then show. Our first day off officially will be Sunday for our Easter, and then we'll have a couple of days off before we then jump into the third weekend. And then our amazing production team, Brandon Beller, Beth Alexander, Michaela Garin, Velvet Knight, and then of course Andrew, our amazing sound mic guy. He's fantastic. He's been there every night. also our, like we've already talked about, our amazing parents and moms who have been helping with quick changes, costumes. Jamie Laird and Crystal Burns headed up that team, but we have so many of our Academy families that are doing all the quick changes and stuff, and we've all had to be there at the theater to make sure everything runs smoothly and ready for you guys as well. We kept saying, like, we got to make sure, like, we have enough energy saved for your cast as well, because for the Yellow Brick Road, I mean, we were so exhausted by the time opening night happened. We were emotional, just like we did it because we didn't know if we were going to get done, because we had some late nights finishing sets and costumes and all of that. And so when you guys came in, we were like, yeah, we got it. We know what we're doing now. And so we just plug you guys back in, which was nice. Lauren, I have a question. Your mom wanted me to ask about the Glinda drawings from the Munchkins. I need to know more about these drawings. Do you have them handy?
I do not, but I have gotten a fun story. Actually, one of my little munchkins, his name is Wyatt. He's very funny, always there to crack a joke. He accidentally gave a Glinda drawing to my counterpart, Austin Jones, in the other cast. And she told me about it. She was like, it was so cute. I loved it, but I had to, like, break his heart and tell him that I'm not his Glinda. And so then he had to make another one for me. And he came up and handed it to me. And I was like, oh, great, thank you. Like, I love this. It's super cute. And he said, you can draw me one when you have time. You can draw me one back when you have time. And I was like, okay. I kind of just like, I was like, oh, okay, great. And the next day at rehearsal, he came up to me super sweet about it. He was like, do you have my drawing? I'll get working on it. I will get working on it.
Have you given him a drawing yet?
Maybe I'll do that right now, and I'll have it ready for him.
You better.
Gosh.
We're keeping you to it now.
Before this.
I will do that right when I get off of this.
We're taking
Wyatt
donations
deserves
for
that drawing.
pencils for Lauren to draw. Hannah also says, I'm here. Just going to stay in the chat to make it easier.
Oh, poor Hannah.
Hernandez says, wow, can't believe y'all are seniors. Can't wait to see this show.
Hey, Mitch.
Literally, they're seniors, and I feel like a senior citizen after this show. So many more gray hairs and so much more late nights. And but my sister and my sister-in-law, brother, and nephew got to see the Yellow Brick Road cast. They absolutely loved it. My mom and dad and sister are coming in this weekend for Easter to see you guys as well. Really, I mean, honestly, they can't wait to see their little grand puppy. And so we'll be taking photos of him outside.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm just standing here.
He's literally like, are we not done with this show?
That dog is tired. That dog
He's going to be mad next weekend. He's going to be mad.
But he'll have some time off, which will be nice.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Whenever you guys heard that we were going to add a third weekend, which is unprecedented, it's history making with ALT. How was that for you guys to be like, when I emailed saying, what, if this is possible, can you guys do this? How was that?
I was like, no way. There's no way it's possible. And then it happened, and now I'm so happy we get to do this 2 more times. It's really an honor, a privilege to get to do the show for even more people, especially people that aren't like family members, because I know a lot of our weekend is filled up with family, which of course it should be, but I'm glad we gave more people outside of the ALT community to see the show, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Bradley?
Well, I'm just grateful that I'm able to make the Friday performance. Sadly, I cannot make the rest of the performances. I'm going on a college tour. Very anticipated. I'm so excited to just get out there.
It wasn't supposed to happen because you were supposed to go on your college tour when the ice storm hit. I felt so bad when that trip got canceled for you. And then
it was a little bump in the road, but we rescheduled. Found out we were doing the third weekend, and we shifted some things around, and I was able to clear up space for that Friday.
Yeah, so you'll at least get one more. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Trey, what about you? How was that feeling when you found out third weekend?
Oh man, I was stoked. Especially for it being our senior show and everything. It's just an exciting time. and we at first we had 1 weekend each, and normally for spring shows we get 2 weekends. So there was a little disappointment there. And then when you sent that email saying we could potentially add a 3rd weekend, I was like, yes, let's do it. More opportunity to perform and do the show, and spend more time in the Land of Oz.
Yeah, because originally the run for each cast was 4 performances.
Yeah.
The cast would have had 4 performances, a run of 8. And we added in the 5th slot for your weekend. You guys, we randomly have never performed a Friday 2:30 matinee, but we will be doing it.
It's going to be interesting.
Just making history all around.
Yeah, each cast now has 7 performances, which is 1 more than cast did in Frozen, which is crazy to think about. Macy, what about you?
Oh yeah, I honestly I thought it was such a legacy moment because I remember being a little kid in the theater and it was crazy if we sold out 1 weekend and then we started adding 2 weekends and now we have 3 weekends.
Yeah.
So it felt really cool. Yeah.
It's great because on my time hop, I see all the past shows, and there was a time hop recently that was like, we had 1 weekend of Music Man, and opening night got snowed out, and we literally had to cancel our opening night. So they opened on a Saturday matinee. So Music Man had 3 shows: Saturday matinee, Saturday night, and Sunday closed. And so I saw that and I was like, look how far we've come from just that show, which is crazy to think about. And even how Michaela now is going to be the incoming Academy director, and that was her show. She was so bummed opening night, of course. Lauren, what about for you when we announced that 3rd weekend?
Well, because when Frozen sold out, I was like, this is wild. This is crazy. And so when I heard that tickets were selling, I knew we would sell out because this is such a classic story and everybody wants to come see this. But I was like, if anything, they'll just add a couple of shows, right? But then when we added a 3rd weekend, I was like, this is crazy that like the past like 2 or 3 shows I've been in, we've just like historically sold out. And I'm like, what is happening? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling to have for sure. And you said something to me earlier this week. You were like, it's so weird to think that the Yellow Brick Road Fest would have been done Sunday.
Yeah,
like they would have already been done had the original run happened.
Mm-hmm.
We added that 3rd weekend where they have both shows on Saturday next week. But that's weird to think about. Like if they would have.
It was like last week. I was sitting at home on Friday and I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. It was just weird because it was like opening night, but wasn't my opening night.
That was so weird.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, and it's interesting to think about too. Yellow Brick Road now, they have a huge break where before you guys were the one break. So now we're like, oh gosh, okay, go over your Yellow Brick Road. Hopefully you're still doing the Jitterbug dance every day and singing it full out. I love that. John says Trey was a munchkin in the Music Man. Small little boy in that show. We have a great photo from that as well. Just one word. When it comes to this show, what was the biggest challenge for you guys with playing these roles? Hannah, type in your comment as well because I know you're watching. Just one word, 1 or 2 words. What was the biggest challenge for you with this role, with this show? I'm gonna give you time to think. Ethan.
I'll say reactions.
Reactions?
That was something you really wanted to get out of us more. You always reminded us to just really think about what the other person was saying, and it really helped. It's really helpful. And so I think being present, yeah.
Bradley?
It was definitely more of a physical challenge for me because in previous roles and like in Hunchback, I was wearing nothing but a t-shirt, pants, and a robe. That was my costume. But now I'm wearing these huge plastic shoes with wearing a onesie and having an extra 20 pounds on me. So also doing tap. So that's been a curve for me, but definitely a crazy experience to be there, and I just can't wait for a crowd. It gets me really excited.
What about you, Trey?
I would say listening to each other on stage, just saying our lines and everything, because I think we got very comfortable with the show and our lines pretty early on, and because of that, it just seemed scripted. A lot of it did, and so overcoming that and bringing some reality into the show was, I think, definitely our biggest challenge. But I think we've succeeded at that.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Macy?
For me, it was probably just character motivation because it's really hard to connect to my character since she's evil. So it was kind of a challenge to like find her soft spot and find her motivation for being this way and connect to her in that and understand where she's coming from.
Oh, for
So,
sure. Did you
yeah.
did you study your little sister Allie? Were you like, Allie, let me study your wickedness? Or
No!
Just kidding. We love you, Allie. We love you.
Uh,
We always joke that Allie's like the mean one beating up Macy for her lunch money. Just kidding, Allie. We love you. You're doing fantastic. What about you, Lauren?
I would say, I'm gonna say my costume. Number one, it was just an entire process to get. Number two, it's like through the whole rehearsal process, I like in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a big dress and I'm gonna have a big bubble that I'm gonna have to maneuver around. Like, yeah, that's great. And then I actually got the dress and the bubble, and I was like, oh, I actually have to do this now, and it's hard on top of everything else, and it's like, it's just, I'm not used to driving a bubble, so it's a learning curve.
Lauren, stand right.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Dorothy says her ideas and her thoughts. That was challenged to be like, what is she thinking here? What is she? Because it's true, Dorothy has complicated character arc because she has to go through all these different emotions and different things. You know, her biggest concern is Toto, and then it changes throughout the show and stuff like that. So I agree, Hannah. We had some great talks about in this moment. You know, it's so important about how Toto to the professor is so important that when Toto grabs the sausage off of the professor's fork, that's a big moment because she doesn't want things to be messed up with the professor because she wants to go with the professor and travel. And so she's like, no, Toto, don't ruin things for me. You've already kind of messed up things at home. And so little things like that we've delved into, which has been a lot of fun. I cannot wait for you guys to have an opening night audience tonight. I know, obviously, you guys have all completely worked entirely hard this past 2 months. Those of you who may not know, of course, our show started on the 26th. It runs through now April 11th at our ALT main stage. It is sold out currently, but double check Facebook. People have been posting all the time, like, I have 3 tickets, I have 4 tickets, I have 2 tickets, I have 1 ticket, all those things. Get on our ALT wait list in case those tickets get turned back. They can easily get put into basically the box office can take those tickets that are all in a bubble and call and get people in, all that good stuff. If you do have tickets for this weekend, you need to make sure to pick those tickets up before the box office closes. If you have tickets for tonight, you need to pick up your tickets before 5 p.m. at the ALT box office or print them off at home. There is no will call for these shows, so you cannot pick them up at the performance. We, of course, want to remind you that this show is playing at the ALT main stage. It's a great piece there done by Cameron Wolfe. Speaking of our art, Cameron Wolfe's piece, Zoe Parrish's piece, and Casey Humphrey's piece, those will all be, you can bid on them through silent auction. Those will wrap up at the end of the run on April 11th, so definitely get your bids in on those. Also, double check your seating, your tickets. We have 4 different entrances when coming to the theater, so check out your seating and make sure that you are entering in the correct door, where we'll take your temperature, get you in your spots. Don't forget also masks. We're still wearing masks at ALT to keep everyone safe as can be. Whenever we started selling tickets, our mask mandate was still present and stuff like that, so we did not want to change that during our selling of tickets, because then, of course, people who bought tickets with that knowledge that they were going to have seating, a little bit of a social distance seating, and of course masks, we did not want to change that once they have already purchased their tickets. We also have air filters provided by Air Oasis, so we thank them for all that as well. Yeah, we're all high tech at ALT now. Real quick, last, just final words. What are you hoping audiences take away from this weekend of shows? Macy, let's start with you. What are you hoping when people come see the show, whether it be the family with little kids or grandparents or anyone? What are you hoping when they leave ALT after they've seen y'all's show? What are you hoping that they come away with?
I hope that having like this past year just being so crazy, I hope that they get a moment to just be transported to a different place, go over the rainbow with us, and just kind of like not think about the things in their life and just have fun, you know?
Agreed. Hannah, be sure to type in your answer. What about you, Bradley?
I'd say people should definitely take away the message of this story, and I can't wait to perform this such known show, and it's such a new show for ALT, and I just feel like the colors and the music and the dancing is gonna all come together and really blow away the audience. I just can't wait for that.
Agreed. Brandon Beller, music director, of course, and Beth Alexander did an amazing job with our choreography. All of the vocals sound fantastic. From the tap number to the small nuances of the movement, it's absolutely fantastic. Lauren, what about you?
I just hope people take away friendship. Obviously, I'm friends with all these people, but it's been really cool to, be a witch with them. And it's just like Macy said, like after the year we've had, and like I haven't done a show since Anne, so it's really nice to after this whole year just be back with my friends and just know that like through the journey, your friends are always there with you.
Yeah, no, for sure. What about you, Ethan?
I just hope people enjoy their night. With quarantine, a whole year of it now, I just hope people are able to come and be taken away from reality, enjoy the land of Oz.
Yeah. Trey?
I really hope audiences take away the message of never stop dreaming. Because there may be times in our life where we feel like there's a part of us that's missing. Maybe it's a heart or a brain or courage. But never stop dreaming, because more likely than not, whatever it is you think that is missing is right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
I'm gonna cry, Trey.
Pretty get poetic on
That
this.
was smooth.
Yeah. Remind us, what was the last time you performed in front of an audience at ALT? Ethan, when was the last time you performed?
I think I want to say Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to do it live.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get to do it live.
I'd say Frozen. I think that was the last live audience one for me.
Yeah. Trey?
Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime.
Yeah, you got to do one this year, which, yeah. Macy?
10,000 Problems of a Teenage Girl.
10,000 Problems. Love it. Lauren?
Frozen.
Frozen, yeah. Yeah, so some of you got, and oh wait, here comes Hannah's answer. Fantastic. We see that they are able to take a break and enjoy the show for just a while. I hope they all feel so loved and understand that their home is always there for you and that friendship is so important. Very true, Hannah. Very, very true. And Hannah's last role on our ALT stage was also in 10,000 Problems of a Teenage Girl. So I love that. Well, you guys I'm so excited for you guys to have a live audience tonight, to get back on the stage. Hopefully you have those nervous opening night feelings all over again, because I love
it.
So are you going to record it? Great question, Barbara. We were trying to get the rights to a live stream or video on demand like we have with It's a Wonderful Life, and we were not able to. The publishing company said, nope, so sorry, you cannot do that for selling the tickets or anything like that. So we will, of course, record it for archival purposes and all that stuff. But sadly, we will not be able to offer any sort of digital recording to purchase to view. Luann, she says a break a leg down in Midland. We hope everything's going well for you down in Midland, Miss Luann. Ethan, Bradley, Trey, Macy, Lauren, of course, Hannah. We so thankful for you guys could join me today on Thursdays at 3. Cannot wait to see you guys tonight for your opening night. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic show. You guys are definitely ready. Our crew is ready. Our amazing production team, all from the wigs to costumes. Stephen Holmbeck. Basically, the costumes that y'all are wearing are from dramatic images from Stephen Hollenbeck's collection, which is just fantastic. Jocelyn Cho, of course, helping design wigs. Kim Wood, huge shout out to Kim Wood, who designed your makeup and gave you guys your master classes in makeup with prosthetics and all those 9 yards. And of course, all our sponsors, including AAA Electric, our co-producers of our show. Tons of support for the show. And notice we have yet to show the wizard head, because we want audiences to be surprised by that Wizard of Oz head. It looks so cool.
So cool.
So
Scary.
Keep as many things hidden. That way when people come see the show for the first time, they get that real kind of first-time experience. But you guys are going to have a fantastic opening night. Leisha Toe just called. I got to go pick up Toto. His bath. He's all pampered and ready to so I'll go
ready for the weekend.
Yeah, and get ready for night tonight. You guys are going to be absolutely fantastic. Again, Wizard of Oz this weekend. We also have, of course, shows next weekend. If you can't get into this show, definitely, even if you can get into the show, don't forget Good People will be playing at the ALT Adventure Space April 8th through 18th. If you get a chance and feel inclined, definitely donate to the Jason Crespin Scholarship Fund, helping these amazing seniors with just even that much more support as they go off to bigger and better things. And then, of course, look out for Matilda. Matilda's right around the corner. Some great cast members from our academy and alumni and parents and all that stuff, of course, alongside our ALT Warriors as well. All right, guys. We'll see you guys in just a couple of hours. Thank you again for joining me on Thursdays at 3. Tune in next week. We'll have more discussion about what's going on at ALT. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.